how do you experience the development of live shopping since COVID has faded away? Are people going back to just buying in store and online, or do you see that this momentum that had been building for live shopping is continuing?
Yeah. So first off, I think it's great to have a reference in Asia and the US and stuff like that. But I also think that it's important to understand that live shopping here in the western part of the world in Northern Europe and stuff like that, that's something different. Of course, it's live. It's based on engagement from the viewers, but it's a totally different format. Just yeah, to be clear on that one. That said, of course, it's yeah, or let me start another way because when I started doing live shopping here in Denmark, it was only shopping, so people could buy, and it was a great offer, and the discounts were really high because we had so much stock in our warehouse, and the local fashion stores, they needed to get rid of the actual or collection that they had in their stores. So yeah, big savings and stuff like that was a big part of it. But the last 2-3 years, it has really developed. So now it's more a part of the omni-channel strategy in most retailers and a part of the e-commerce strategy in most e-commerce companies. So when talking about retail, I often see live shopping as the glue or the connection between the physical retail and the digital retail or e-commerce. One of our great customers, the leading Danish baby and kids retailer Babysam, when doing lives with Babysam, we do that more than every month, so maybe 14, 16 times a year. When we have finished that live and look into the orders, we can see that it's quite often that 50 or even more percent of all of the orders or the customers from the live, they choose click and collect, which means that they also that they collect their orders within their local store, and that's more revenue because it's competent people working in that store that can sell a little bit more, guide in the right direction and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is that it was more of a pop-up store maybe under COVID, but now it's an actual part of most businesses, that means retail and e-commerce. And that said, it's not only shopping, competitions, and just entertaining and letting the viewer sort of decide the direction of the live show. It is live, so let's make it feel live. That has just become even more present after COVID, and I also think that's basically because we have gotten to understand the format and what it takes to create success. So yeah, a little broad answer, but I hope it gives some answers.
I think it's also cool how live shopping is a niche sub part of what we already are familiar with in terms of social media. And in that sense, it keeps evolving, it keeps changing, trends come and go. And I think we're going to keep seeing more of that as live shopping becomes more popular around the world. So I think it's good to have that flexibility and be willing to see what works best with the customer engagement, what sells the most, and then be willing to mix things up and also be willing to, take a little bit of a leap of faith when it comes to customer interaction and actually change the course of what you maybe had initially planned for the live shopping event. So to have that kind of engagement, I think is super crucial.